Iron is a mineral that is incredibly important when it comes to helping your body to live and perform at its best. Why is it so important? Iron in particular is what helps oxygen be transported around your body in the form of hemoglobin. How much iron do we need? Most men need 8 milligrams of iron per day as the recommended daily intake, and women need 18 milligrams per day as the recommended daily intake through most life stages, though this drops down to 8 milligrams after menopause. Where do we get iron from? There's two main types of iron, heme iron and non-heme iron. Heme iron is the type of iron that comes from your meat, so things like your chicken, red meat, and other types of animal proteins. Then we've got non-heme iron, which is your plant-based iron, and that can come from many different things. So in particular though, things like your legumes, seaweed, dried apricots, which I always think is a little bit random, and your pumpkin seeds as well as a number of other sources, including some fortified cereals such as Wheat Bix are a really great option if you're looking for an iron fortified breakfast cereal. There are certain things that we can do though to help with improving the absorption of iron. My favourite thing to recommend is pairing your iron-rich foods with vitamin C-rich foods. So for example, when you think about a pasta sauce, so you've got your mincemeat, then you've got all of the tomato in there. So the tomato is a really good source of vitamin C. Or maybe you're having a chicken salad that's got lots of capsicum and carrot and other vegetables in there. Again, that's pairing that iron-rich food with that vitamin C-rich food. So maybe you can throw some of those pumpkin seeds into the salad, maybe chop up some of that seaweed, or even you could look at pairing in some of those legumes into a casserole that's got some meat in there as well to really optimize that absorption. The other thing to be mindful of is something that stops absorption of iron, and that's actually calcium. And if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you go and have a look at our video where we talk all about calcium and our calcium requirements. Calcium and iron use the same channel to be absorbed, so they're trying to go through, almost like going through the same doorway. Now, they can't go through at the same time, and when they're consumed together, if you are consuming the calcium and the iron, one will end up being absorbed more than the other, and you won't absorb as much of either of them. And given how important both of these are, I do like to recommend as much as possible, and it's not always possible, so keeping in mind to really optimize your iron absorption and iron intake, pair your non-heme iron and heme iron together where you can, and make sure to add vitamin C rich foods into your meals where you're consuming iron to help with that absorption. The other thing to be mindful of is consuming calcium with your iron rich foods because of the impact that that can have on absorption.